What's up, video creator? It's videomark.net. Today we will be looking at 3 hidden tools or techniques in Photoshop. Hidden in terms of not very obvious. You start using them when you are more experienced, when you know where they are actually hidden, quote unquote. But very useful things that you will be using in your everyday work with Photoshop. Now let's get started with the first one. We've got this portrait here, and you know the lasso tool when you want to select something, okay? And when we hold the mouse button, of course you know this, there's the regular lasso tool, then the polygonal lasso tool, and the magnetic lasso tool. Let's say you want to create a more complex selection where you have curved lines, but then you have very straight lines, and then again, a curved line, okay? You could, of course, go in and then select this area, and then let's assume we want to select this profile here and then switch by clicking on the lasso tool, go to the polygonal lasso tool, and then holding down the shift key and then adding this. And you know the drill, okay? It's now add it and then go back to the other lasso tool and then hold the shift key again. With the plus sign, you see that it's adding to the selection. Tedious task. This is probably not the best example, but in some pictures you really need to switch between these tools on the fly. And when you know Photoshop a little bit, of course you can flick through that with Shift L, but still you have the problem. You have the problem that you have to switch the tool. Now, what I want to show you is that you can actually switch from the regular lasso tool to the polygonal lasso tool on the fly by holding the Alt or Option key. Let me show you this. Let's go back to the regular polygonal lasso tool. Now let's start drawing this selection. And now, without letting go of the mouse button, press the Alt or Option key. And with the Alt or Option key pressed, let go of the mouse button. And now, as you can see, it's switching to the polygonal lasso tool, okay? And then we can click, 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 and now click and hold. And now let go of the Alt or Option key, and then it will continue with the regular polygonal lasso. One more time, keep the mouse button pressed. Now tap and hold the Alt or Option key, let go of the mouse button. It will now switch to the polygonal lasso tool, and now with the mouse button pressed, let go, and you're back to the regular lasso tool. Okay, so that's a great way to switch between these two lassos, the lasso tool and the polygonal lasso tool, on the fly as you are creating that selection. All right. So the next thing I want to show you is changing the brush size. Of course, you can go in here and then change the size and then start drawing and then change the size again. Again, a tedious task. And you probably know the shortcut with the brackets. Opening bracket and closing bracket, which is also not bad, faster. I see a lot of people using this, but there's actually a way better technique to do this, and that's the interactive brush size. And that's done by the Alt or Option key and the right mouse button. Let me show you. So with your brush selected, hold down the Alt or Option key. Now press the right mouse button and then start moving the mouse. And with a different brush selected, you can also, let me take that regular brush, regular soft round brush. Now do the same thing again with the Alt or Option key. Hold the Alt or Option key. Now start dragging. And again, dragging left or right will change the brush size. But when you drag up and down, it will now also adjust the hardness, which is a great way when you, for instance, when you do paintings, digital painting or whatnot. Also great for skin retouching. It's incredibly useful to be able to change these settings on the fly. It works with a graphic tablet as well. You just have to map the right mouse button to the button on your pen, on your graphic pen. And that's how you change the brush size and hardness interactively, okay? And the last one is, let's say we want to draw this. We want to create a digital painting, okay? And let's assume our image here is the reference. So we have our canvas here, and then we start blocking out the scene. Let's move this over a little bit. And now looking at our reference. We start blocking this out. I mean, this is not going to be a drawing tutorial, but you get the idea, okay? You start this typical blocking out. And then when you're done and you want to work on the details, okay, let's say we're here and blocking out the hair. You get the idea. And now you're done with this basic process here, and then you want to go in and work on the details. There's a function called Match and Zoom. It's under Window, Arrange, and Match All. You can actually match different parameters, zoom, location, rotation, but you can also match all. And what it does, when I zoom in, watch what happens when I click on Match All, Window, Arrange, Match All. It matches all open windows, and you can then go in and work on these details, right? But it would be a little tedious to always go in and then click on these on this menu item, but this is basically what it does. And the good thing about this is that you can actually map it to a shortcut. So that way you can work really, really fast. Let's say we want to work on this area a little bit, and then, okay, we know this should be located around here, and then work our way down this image here, and you will always be moved or matched with the right position and zoom in your reference document, okay? Which is an incredible way if you're not like me. I'm not the best when it comes to drawing, but this is very helpful to not knock off the proportions and keep track of the location. And then again, the zoom state, it will respect as well, right? And then you can go in and always match the reference and take it from there. Okay, so this is a good way. Again, it's called Window, Arrange, Match All. I had mapped that to a shortcut. I'm going to show that in a follow-up tutorial, how to map menu items to a custom shortcut. But that's how you match and zoom different windows. That's what I would say are kind of hidden functions from Photoshop. There are many more. I wanted to keep this short, but I hope you learned something new. If you liked this video, feel free to hit the like button, which is going to help me grow the channel. And if you have any other suggestions or maybe even better ways to do this, let me know in the comments. But other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.